Alexander Isak told to submit transfer request amid Liverpool proper offer inspection latest. Liverpool transfer news as Alexander Isak and the Reds have been told what they have done wrong this summer. Journalist Henry Winter believes Alexander Isak should have submitted a formal transfer request to Newcastle United. Likewise, he says Liverpool should have tabled a proper offer befitting of his talents as the summer's big transfer saga rumbles on. The new Premier League campaign has officially started without a conclusion over Isak's future. The 25-year-old missed the entirety of Newcastle's preseason. Scheduled first with a thigh injury, though, towards the latter stages, it became wholly transfer-related. Attempting to force a move to Liverpool, the striker has been told to train alone, whilst reportedly insisting he will never play for Eddie Howe's side again. This included Saturday's season opener versus Aston Villa, for which he could face disciplinary action.
Two things should happen here. First, he should put in a transfer request,
said Winter, reflecting on what has become a tense situation for Takespo. I know he wouldn't do that, but why does he deserve a loyalty bonus or any financial recompense from Newcastle United when he's halfway through his contract? Absolutely shouldn't do. Liverpool have also played their part in the saga. At the beginning of August, they submitted a £110 million offer to their rivals, who swiftly rejected it. As the Echo understands, they have not returned with a new bid since, and will not do so until getting an indication that Newcastle are in a position to and are willing to sell their striker. Having already slammed Isak, Winter continued to pick apart the Reds' initial move for their target, the reporter added. Also, Liverpool should put in a proper offer. Pound 110 meters for a player like this, particularly in a transfer window like this, where we've seen fairly decent players move £445 to 60 meters. He's an elite-level player, which is why that Liverpool understandably want him. Put in a proper offer. He theorized maybe they're waiting until after next week's game, but it is staining the start of the season. Liverpool have had a fantastic transfer window, but I think they need to show a bit more respect to Newcastle United and also respect to Isak, because he's more than a £110 million player. Arne Slot's side travel to St James Park in 6 days' time for the second Premier League match of the campaign. It will be Newcastle's first at home, and in the current context, Eddie Howe is looking forward to it. I think it's always spicy against Liverpool. There's a history with the fixture anyway. It's been an unbelievable fixture over the years in the Premier League, the Magpies boss said, previewing the game. So we look forward to it. We respect them, and we know how good they are. Hopefully, off the back of today, Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher's 11 Premier League predictions as pair disagree on title winners. The Premier League season is now well and truly underway, and in typical fashion, Man United and Liverpool icons Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher have issued their predictions. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher have issued their thoughts on the 2025-26 Premier League season and have once again failed to see eye. The new campaign got underway over the weekend, with title holders Liverpool getting off to a perfect start. Contenders Arsenal and Manchester City also secured 3 points on the opening day. But Chelsea stumbled against Crystal Palace despite their huge summer spend. And those results appear to have changed the minds of both Carragher and Neville, who have issued their predictions over what will happen over the next 10 months. Giving his verdict, the Man United icon has predicted Arsenal to win the league, but only just. He said, I couldn't separate Arsenal, Manchester City, or Liverpool. I think they're absolutely all in with an equal chance of winning it. Arsenal have been consistent over the last 3 years. They've been second. I do feel they'll get there at some point. Liverpool, the two fullbacks have got to settle in. They look a little bit open. They are going to be exhilarating to watch. They're going to score a lot of goals. City have an unbelievable spine. I went for the team I've been going for the last 3 years. They're reliable and solid and consistent, which is important. They just have to sort that forward bit of the pitch out, and I think Victor Gyökeres will. Carragher disagrees, however, and has picked Liverpool to make it back-to-back titles. He replied, What I saw in the Community Shield, I didn't think I'd see on Friday night. I'm sure the manager has been speaking to the players in pre-season about vulnerability on the back of the Milan game and the Community Shield, and to see it in 3 high-profile games that did worry me a little bit. But if Liverpool fix that, they have great firepower. few days ago, I thought Arsenal would be Liverpool's biggest challengers, but the way they played at Man OTD was typical. Arsenal of last season, the name of the game is winning games. It will be interesting over the next few weeks if we see them open up more, create more chances, and see how they've evolved from last season. I was really impressed with Manchester City, and I think it's Manchester City who might be Liverpool's closest challengers. Away from the title, there is also disparity on the Champions League qualifiers. Carragher sees Manchester City, Arsenal, and Chelsea finishing in the top 4, while Neville has predicted the Red Devils to join their cross-city rivals in Liverpool. Carragher has cheekily plumped for Man United as surprise European contenders, with Neville selecting Nottingham Forest. At the other end of the table, both agree that Wolves and Burnley will slip into the Championship, albeit Carragher believes Sunderland will be relegated, with Neville suggesting Leeds will be condemned to an instant return to the second tier. Regarding individuals, both pundits selected Erling Haaland as their top scorer for the coming campaign, with Carragher highlighting Florian Wirtz and Neville suggesting Victor Gyökeres as their impact signings. They have also backed Estevao and Adrian Truffert of Bournemouth to shine. Finally, Carragher backed Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner to be his manager to watch, while Neville, unsurprisingly, selected Ruben Amorim.